Hey, folks, how are you? You know, I'm old enough to remember when people said, go ahead, vote for Bill Clinton. Things can't get any worse. You go ahead and vote for Bill Clinton. Let's show everybody how rotten the Democrats are. You elect Bill, go ahead and vote for him. You vote for Clinton, we'll finally demonstrate to the people what a bunch of rot guts the Democrats are. Now, the people that used to say that were average, ordinary voters. Today, it's the Republican establishment saying it. It seems like every election, there's somebody out there, go ahead, you vote for the Clintons, and every time we do it, it's supposed to demonstrate to the people how rotten and horrible a country becomes when the Democrats run it. I've been doing this for 27 years, and that refrain has been heard in every election. And could we say here that with the election of Obama and after 2 terms of Bill Clinton, that the country's not getting the message on how bad the Democrats running the country? Some of the country is, obviously, but they keep getting elected. I think our culture's rotting away before our eyes. The thing about that is that there's no changing it. There's no president that's going to change it. Cultural changes are generationally evolutionary. And I don't think the generation that is going to be born and refuses to accept the garbage they inherit from their parents and grandparents has been born yet. Couple of people said, Rush, thank you for trying to keep everybody a good frame of mind today, but don't feel so bad for Cruz. He can be back in 4 years in 2020. Folks, I know that. I'm going to just tell you the truth. We don't have 4 years. And it isn't going to be 4 years if Hillary Clinton gets elected. If she gets elected, this is what I don't understand. Anybody calls themselves a conservative or anybody calling themselves Republican, I don't understand anybody voting for Hillary. Anybody who is a Republican or conservative that thinks they're going to vote for Hillary doesn't think the country is in the dire straits that I think it's in. And I'm prepared to acknowledge that there are many people that do not think that we are in a crisis. You and I know that we have people. Most of the establishment Republican doesn't think that because they're not affected by it. They're going to prosper no matter who wins elections, unless, of course, it's Ted Cruz, and that means conservatism would be ascendant in the Republican Party. They can't have that. Yeah, they'd rather have Hillary Clinton. You give Hillary 4 years, how many Supreme Court justices are already writing their own eulogies, for crying out loud? The next Democrat president, is going to have 3 or 4 Supreme Court. The left on the Supreme Court is not a bunch of judges. It's a voting bloc. The left does not put judges. Well, they're judges, but that's not why they're on the court. They are ideologues. They are activist leftists to advance the Democrat Party agenda. And right now, there's only 4 of them. And maybe on some cases a 5th, depending on how Anthony Kennedy wants to go. But you let Hillary Clinton be elected, and they're going to get their 5th, and their 6th, and their 7th. And 2020 comes along, yeah, there's going to be a presidential race. And yeah, the country may be in such dire straits that we'll get. But why do we? I'd rather not have to deal with 5 or 6 or more leftists on the Supreme Court for another 30 years. It's all good and well to talk about people's future career prospects running for president in 4 years, but that seems to assume that Hillary's going to win, and that's what this means last night, and it need not. And I honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know how anybody, I am going to project here my own view of things on other people. I assume my view is commonsensical. I assume my view is non-controversial. The Democrat Party is why we're all animated. It's why we're all energized. It's why we're all involved in this. It's to stop them. It's what 2010 was about. It's what the Tea Party was about. It's what 2014 is about. It's what conservatism is about. It's about stopping the Democrat Party. It's about stopping Hillary Clinton. It's about putting the brakes on the Obama agenda. And anybody who says that they're going to vote for that agenda, who also claims to be a Republican or conservative, must not see the existential crisis that I see. And that makes me really curious. How do they not see it? Because we're living it. It's a great puzzlement to me.